All right, we're gonna pass it back and forth, although apparently my voice carries. All right, CJ and I are pleased to have the honor of introducing our parents, Ann and Ken Turtoro.
Though both are long-term residents of Woodridge, we feel that many aspects of their very, some might even say frenetic personalities and histories are unbeknownst to you.
We have therefore decided, in a tradition started by the esteemed Nobel Literature Laureate David Letterman, to do a top 10 list of things you may not know about our parents. First, my father. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor was the president of the Student Council of Cardinal Spellman High School while my father was a student senator, yet he still could not get me a job in D.C.
Everyone knows our father is a sweet man. Few know it's because of his blood sugar level.
Many know Ken was King Lion of the Woodridge Lions Club for 2 years. Few know that this was only because his is the only voice in Woodridge that can carry over Jack Nagel's.
Dad is an avid fantasy baseball and football player, though not a particularly fortunate one. In fact, the teams and families of the players he drafts are now notified that the individual's career may come to an abrupt halt due to their presence in his lineup.
Ken is extremely organized. For over a decade, he carefully charted each and every Billboard Top 10 list and has every Topps baseball card issued since 1982. How much of this is due to the childhood trauma caused by his mother giving away all his baseball cards, including 2 rare Mickey Mantle cards, to a neighbor boy after stating that they were just gathering dust? We'll never know.
Despite this, or rather because of it, our father's a true family man who will, at literally any opportunity, entertain crowds with classic stories about his parents, especially his mother.
Crosswords are not a fun family pastime with Dad, but are instead a blood sport.
Sorry for that, Mom. Our father is a talented musician, and from time to time he will treat us to a live concert. But if during Christmas season you think 106.7 Light FM's playlist gets repetitive, you'll want us to keep a safe distance from our house while he's preparing for caroling and the holiday party.
Though we joke, our father is a loving, kind, and amazing man. Every night until I was 6, he tucked me, helped me get to sleep by singing House on Pooh Corner before tucking me in.
About half of my favorite memories are in some way sports related, and whether it was because he brought me to Devils games my entire life, coached my Little League teams, or just helped me practice and cheered me on, I have my father to thank for virtually all of them. Next, Mom. What do you think I'm gonna say?
The truth comes out.
Neighbors complain about the over 450 trick-or-treaters that swarmed our block last year, a swarm that started when my mother began giving out 1-pound bags of candy and toys to each child over 25 years ago.
Anne is an amazing, though domineering cook. She makes hundreds of Christmas cookies with the aid of my aunt and I. When last Christmas, my aunt forgot one small ingredient, the flour, from the chocolate chip cookies, and as a result, the individually scooped cookies rapidly congealed into a pool of boiling butter sugar in the oven. My mother responded in her best teacher voice, "What did you do?"
Mom has not had a traffic ticket in over 40 years. She was pulled over once last year, as my father can attest to, for making an illegal left turn, but the police officer, upon review of her history, felt bad ruining her perfect record and instead offered her directions.
Anne routinely cooks 20 pounds of corned beef, along with 2 different kinds of Irish soda bread, cabbage, chocolate Guinness cupcakes, Bailey's Irish cream cheesecake, all green fruit salad, and a green Jell-O mold fondly referred to as the thing from the Green Lagoon for every St. Patty's Day. She has accordingly spoiled my brother and I for all future partners.
An unabashedly proud mother and teacher, much of Anne's closet is filled with pom-pom bedecked, holiday-themed sweaters and mom jeans. It was a struggle to wrestle the leprechaun sweater away from her before we headed out tonight.
She's a proud graduate of the Queen of Peace class of 1974, the only senior class in QP history to have their senior prom taken away for a drinking incident at the junior prom and routinely torturing the nuns. Even when they were given a punishment involving the composition of a 500-word essay on what it would feel like to be a ping pong ball as a result of a prank involving a 4-foot stuffed monkey. The majority of the class wrote, it would be boring to go ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong 500 times just to annoy the administration.
Apple tree, you know what. She told me that one must always clean in preparation for the arrival of the cleaning lady. I still don't understand why.
The highest compliment I've ever received is, whoa, you're just like your mom.
And she's the reason I became a teacher.
You can't count. Finally, our mother can be a bit controlling, so much so that she insisted we submit these lists to her for extensive vetting, commentary, and pre-approval.
We love you both and could not be prouder of all that you have accomplished, especially for raising two such eloquent children. Drops mic. Don't read this, CJ. Oh. Never mind that last part.
I don't know how I follow that, but Ken and I want to congratulate all of the honorees, and I would like to thank my family and friends for their love and support, especially my dad, Rocco Gillio, my sons Matt and CJ, my brother Peter, sisters Kathy and Ellen, my high school friend Rosemary, all of my friends from Memorial School in South Hackensack, and my friends from Woodridge, especially our theater buddies, the Romans. I'm overwhelmed that so many can join us, including the Caputos, the Landsmans, the Mochas, Sencilios, and my co-teacher from the Presbyterian Church, Louise Lanzarotti. I'm also truly blessed to have had the love and support of my husband Ken for 35 years. Coming from the Bronx, he probably had no idea how close-knit a small town like ours is, and of all the volunteering opportunities he would be given. I've lived in Woodridge for over 50 years, long enough to have had wonderful memories of the Hunt Farm where Flora Lane now is, riding their horse, having an ice cream soda at the drugstore next to the bank, going into a local business, buying something and just saying, put it on Dad's account. Or also arriving home late with my date and having a police car pull up next to me and tell me to hurry inside because my dad had already called. Growing up here, I couldn't have had any better role models than my parents, especially my dad, who was one of the founding members of this foundation. As a town banker, he tried to help everyone and was quick to volunteer himself and my mother whenever a need arose. Rocco likes just about everyone. I once heard someone ask him how that could be, and he said, well, if I meet someone and I don't like them, I don't get to know them. Therefore, everyone I know, I like. His biggest compliment is that our sons hope to be like him when they get older. I have loved living in Woodridge and raising my sons here. The education they received K-8 enabled them to go to Bergen Academies and earn advanced degrees, although they never forget their town roots. Both volunteered in town, CJ helping the Lions at Camp Marcella, and Matt painting scenery for many years for Mrs. Blender. Not that they were angels. CJ, like clockwork, had detention every year, often for creative stunts such as doing the Macarena during the middle of quiet time in Mrs. De Palma's kindergarten. Or exactly following his first grade teacher's instruction to go on her desk and get the stapler, which of course resulted with him standing on her desk with the stapler. And Matt routinely caused teachers' blood pressure to rise when he corrected them on trivial facts and then helpfully brought in a book to prove his point the next day. Kidding aside, I'm truly grateful that Woodridge helped us to raise two intelligent, funny, and compassionate sons. In closing, I'd like to thank the Woodridge Memorial Foundation and Jack for this honor, But most of all, I'm proud of all the students the foundation has helped in pursuing higher education. And now, according to Jack, my husband Ken gets 15 seconds to speak.
And that's 14 seconds more than I normally get at family gatherings. Hello, everyone. I know that the real reason I'm receiving this honor tonight is that I'm Rocco Gilio's son-in-law. You all heard Ann's tribute to him, and he truly is an icon in Woodridge. I had the wisdom years ago to ask his oldest daughter to marry me, and thank God she had the temporary lack of wisdom to say yes. I'd like to thank the Memorial Foundation for recognizing our contributions to Woodridge, along with those of all of tonight's other honorees. I'd also like to thank some people here that have become close friends through the years. To Mike and Marianne Roman, showing his true masochistic tendencies, Mike coached with me for 7 years in Little League, and we've spent over 10 years together in the Lions Club. He and Marianne have become true friends and are our Broadway buddies. They must have sad lives. Barbara Scalone and Maggie Sullivan also were with me during my Little League coaching years, and despite that fact, are here tonight to celebrate with us. Thanks very much, guys. For the last 40 plus years, I've had the pleasure of playing music with the best man at my wedding, Al Fellew, who is here tonight with his wife, Susan. Our duo went by the name Two's Company, and in the 7 years we performed, we played in front of a sum total of just about that many people, 7. I thank him for his friendship over these many years, and I warn those here tonight that we are rehearsing again and threatening to audition at local venues with our playlist of 60s, 70s, and 80s soft rock. You heard from my sons earlier, and I can honestly say that I'm truly proud of the men that they have become. As my cousins who are here tonight will testify, there were many hereditary hurdles that they had to overcome. For example, a few weeks after my mother had undergone a complicated surgery, she, Dad, and my sister Laura were at a park with a large lake. It was a beautiful day, and Mom declared that she wanted to go for a walk around the lake. Well, my dad and Laura were concerned because she was still a bit weak from the surgery, and they expressed their concern to Mom. She responded, "Don't worry, I'll go about a halfway around, and if I get tired, I'll just come back." When they tried to explain the obvious to her, she responded, "Oh, no. It always seems shorter when you've been there before." I'm not surprised that her favorite baseball player was Yogi Berra. Being a member of the Lions Club took on special meaning for me when my father was diagnosed with macular degeneration. His struggles and the depression that followed made me want to become more active in the club. I had the opportunity a few weeks ago to participate in a program with fellow Lions Dennis Brubaker and Rich McCullough, where a special camera is used to identify eye problems in small children that, when discovered early, can be dealt with more easily. One boy was nervous about what was going on, so I tried to joke with him and I answered all his questions. And after I took the picture, he came over to me and simply said, "I like you," and gave me a hug. That hug offered more than any amount of money could have provided. Ann and I would like to thank the people who bought ads in tonight's program but were unable to attend. We truly appreciate their support for the foundation. And finally, speaking of Ann, I can only say that she has been my rock for nearly 35 years of marriage, seeing me through a myriad of health and career challenges. I would never have been able to put up with me, and I will be eternally grateful that she could and still does. Thanks again to the foundation and to all of you for supporting their efforts to benefit Woodridge students.
To make the presentation is Foundation Trustee and 2012 honoree Councilman Ezio Alcino.
Ken and Ann, as a fellow trustee, on behalf of a grateful community and the trustees of the Woodridge Memorial Foundation, we present to you This plaque, in recognition of your many years of involvement in our community, your individual and combined service with the PTA, the Board of Ed, Little League, youth sports, school programs, Woodridge Lions Club, and the Woodridge Memorial Foundation, you have demonstrated your commitment and dedication to the borough and continue to serve as role models for the youth and citizens in our community. Presented by the trustees of the Woodridge Memorial Foundation, March 10th, 2017. Congratulations.
Okay, no, in front. It's very hard. Okay, that concludes this portion of the program. People will be going around selling 50/50s. They're $10 each. Your support would be greatly appreciated. And if you want an extra journal or if you need a journal, come on up and see me. Enjoy the band. Enjoy your class.
All right, Aunt Lori, you got a full video. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.